Hey babe, how's it going? Oh my gosh, I had the craziest dreams last night. I'm telling you, this like portal in between eclipses has me in such interesting and deep, internal, reflective space. So, like when the moon eclipses, when it's like the lunar eclipse, we have this like collective kind of outward view, right? And we're looking at like what needs to change in my outer world, like what needs to change in the physical world. And then these solar eclipses feel like they're more internal. And I would think, like, if I was trying to do this logically, like I would think, oh, the moon, lunar, would be like more internal, more emotional, whatever, right? And then the sun would be more like external. But for me, I don't know. This is how I'm experiencing it. So I'm just like sharing my own experience. But the solar eclipses for me tend to be more inward, more emotional upheaval kind of stuff, right? So it's like things are coming up from the past, and I'm remembering things that I haven't thought about maybe ever since it happened, or, like I'm thinking about it in a new way. I'm seeing it from like other people's viewpoints rather than my own. So I feel like when that happens, when I start to see things from other people's points of view or different vantage points, I recognize that is another level of healing, right? Like I've come to this experience with some level of understanding that it's a gift, right? So I've come out of like the victim mentality, the victim portion of the experience, right? Like where like, oh, this happened to me. And then I come back with this other viewpoint, like after some healing, after some time, after some integration, after some healing. And I'm like, okay, this is why this happened. This happened for me. Like, look at the gift, like see what else was going on. It's like a wider viewpoint, like big picture view, right? So I'm able to see it from a different perspective and notice what I got from that experience. So at the time, of course, I'm triggered. It's painful. It hurts, right? And I'm like, wow, this happened and it sucks because it changed something drastically in my life, or I don't know, took away some level of comfort, right? But then coming back after a while of, things have changed and I've gotten used to it, and maybe it forced me to create new structures and new foundations and new rituals and new ways of doing things and, blah, 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 right? And I'm able to appreciate like, hey, wow, that happened and it forced me to change something, and it actually made my life better. So when we're able to see things from that point of view, I think that signals that we've gone through some level of healing, right? Like we've shifted our mindset. And we do a lot of this in hypnotherapy. And so I do a lot of this with clients when I work with them one-on-one. And, it can happen within 10 minutes, honestly, maybe even faster sometimes. But when we're doing it without the intention of, quieting our critical mind and allowing ourselves to gain that bigger picture view and wider, perspective, we can do that. It can take longer, right? But we can do it with hypnotherapy in a very short amount of time, which is amazing, which is why I love hypnotherapy and why I include it in all of my work, especially the blueprint sessions. I have a couple different ways that we use hypnotherapy, but that is one of them where we gain perspective. And when that happens, when all of this happens, we're able to take the energy that was maybe stuck in that victim mentality or that hurt place or that initial reaction, right, to something. We're able to free that energy up and be able to use it in different ways so that it's not stuck in our bodies. Because energy that's stuck in our bodies just manifests into, different illnesses or diseases or discomfort or whatever. And that's our body's way of like alerting us like, hey, we've got something to work on here, right? It's not anything going wrong. It's actually something going right. But the way that we look at health and healing and disease and all of that in Western society has really made us believe that symptoms are something horrible and something to cover up and something to get rid of. When, in Eastern philosophies and Eastern medicine and different, ancient cultures also believed that, these symptoms are your body's way of telling you that something's going on. Something needs to change. Something needs to shift, right? We need to dig in and see what that is, right? Not push it down and ignore it. But that's a whole nother conversation, right? Whole other conversation. I go off on tangents, as you know. This is why you love me, right? But yeah, so my dreams and this portal, these eclipses, it's really giving me space to work on some of these things and to look at some of the symptoms of discomfort that I'm experiencing currently and really free up some energy. And last night, my dream, it's so weird because my dreams are either me getting talked to by this council of people or entities. I don't know if I would call them people, getting educated on whatever it is that they're teaching me, right? Huge downloads in my dreams. Or these dreams are like movies and they're full of symbolism and it's just interesting. And also people from my past or people maybe that have passed away, loved ones, whatever, showing up in my dreams to hang out and be with me and communicate things to me. So last night, in my dream, I had hair that was down to my ankles. I've never had hair that long. I don't even know if my hair will grow that long. The longest I've grown it is to the lowest part of my back, right above my butt, right? That's as long as I've ever grown my hair. That's how long it was before I shaved my head, 5 years ago? And so I assume when I'm thinking about this dream that this is in the future, right? Because my hair is super long. And it's never been that long in the past, so I don't feel like it was a past life or a past, it wasn't in the past. It was in the future. And I don't know. It was very interesting. And the things that were happening were kind of just showing me that things are going to be okay, right? And it seemed like my future self maybe was telling me it's okay, keep going. Don't slow down. Don't worry about what's going on right now. You're building a foundation for what's coming next. And don't try to fill up this empty space just because you feel it empty, right? Allow it to remain and stay open so that you have space for some of this new stuff that's coming in. So that was what I was thinking about when I first woke up. And I was just because yesterday or the last couple of days, honestly, I've just been having this feeling I have to do something, right? And I know Aries season, the sun being in Aries is very motivating for me and very, I don't know, pushy, right? It's do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. And I'm what? Do what? And honestly, I feel like my body, like my mind is activated by the sun. My body is like waiting for the moon, right? So like my body is waiting for the moon to go into Aries. It's waiting for the Aries new moon. It's waiting for this moon cycle. It's like, oh, this is what we do, right? And my body's like, be patient to my mind. And my mind is like, no, right? Like this like toddler, like freaking out. No, I'm going to do what I want. And my body's like, girl, chill. Just wait until the time is right. Like you'll know when the time is right. And so I'm just kind of feeling like I'm in this like limbo, in this void, right? As I await the Aries moon cycle to start. And I have a bunch of projects that I'm so excited to share, but it just doesn't feel like the right time yet. So I'm just kind of like, what do I do, right? I've got my book, reading my book, eating really nourishing foods, drinking tea, drinking water, like really like resting, allowing myself to sleep in if I want to, doing grounding things, doing breath work especially has been really helpful. Doing alternate nostril breathing, that's really helpful. That's what I'm doing now. The last couple mornings that's what I've been doing. I can show you. I'll send you another recording, another voice note explaining it. Or maybe I can show you tonight when we go to Kirtan. If you haven't registered, you probably should. So if you want to come with us, because I don't know if it's going to fill up, but it seems like it would, because it's going to be amazing. But yeah, just doing things that are feeling nourishing and like loving towards myself. That's kind of where my energy's at. It just feels like kind of like this weird in-between time. So if you're feeling it too, I don't know, you might want to like do some grounding stuff, whatever feels good, like move your body, like ask your body, like, what do you want? What do you need right now? And like, listen to it and do that, right? Like, I'm just telling you some ideas, but your body is going to be really specific with you. So just stay open and listen, and also honor what it tells you, right? Don't let your logical mind go, oh, I know better, we should do this, right? Or we should be doing this, right? Like, allow your body to be like, please, let's do this, right? And honor it, because your body is wise beyond your logical mind, really. So yeah, and we're still in the gate of opinions, gate 17 in the Human Design Mandala. And pretty sure that the new moon in Aries is also going to be in gate 17. Try to decide if I want to write about it, because like, I don't know, I really want to stick to like the solar transits. I've already written about the moon so much in my life. I'm totally ready to let go of that. And so I guess that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to write about it. I might mention it. I'm going to send out an email to my list, up to my main list. If you're not on that list, if you're only on my Substack list, you should go on my website and sign up for like my big email list. That when I send things to, that's it's kind of a different focus. I really wanted my Substack list to really just be focused on the solar transits, but my main email list is more of like a general kind of email situation. So I'll put the link below this voice note so that you can go grab that grab it. Go get on it if you want to. Might be something that you want to do. Yeah, because I'm going to email that list and share a couple things. And I'll probably talk about the moon there, because that feels more of like the right place to do that. Trying to like stay focused on the Substack. So, yeah, I think that's it. Pretty sure. pretty sure that's it. I hope that you're having a beautiful morning or day or whatever time it is that you're listening to this. And I have some really exciting things coming up. And so I'll be sharing about those over the next couple days. And yeah, if you haven't subscribed to this little podcast situation yet, I'll put the link below. And I'll also put a button too that you can click and share it with other people too if you feel like this might be something that, you know, your friends might want to join us here in this amazing space. Oh, you know what? I would love it if you would tell me how you're feeling about these eclipses. If the thing I said about the solar and the lunar eclipses, how they feel, if that resonates or if it doesn't, or what you think, like, I'd love to hear that too. Please share with me. Let me know. Okay. So I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'm sure we'll chat later. Love you.